All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. Just a quick catch up, what we've done so far. I've gotten these flying box cases. We started out doing the superheroes, a lot of my comic superheroes, some movie ones there. Definitely gonna have to shift those around a little bit when I get more of those Deadpool and Wolverine minifigures in my collection. And last stream, we started filling in the movie pop culture stuff. I didn't have enough parts to fill in all of the figures, so we had to take a little bit of a break there, but got enough of the black sort of stand parts to finish putting the figures down. And that is where we're probably going to start today. And other than that, I do have this third case too, which I'm hoping it'll be comic book and animated TV show type characters, and I guess video games would be in this one too. But I'm going to be starting off with the movie characters since that's what we got going already. Just going to have to keep filling that in. And I'm just excited to finally have these cases done, since it's been kind of a long project, and it's just nice to have your stuff put away and not just laying about. And right now I'm just going to post a picture on Instagram to say that I'm live. But, really like Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think that was out the last time I streamed. And I guess I went to Brick Fair before this stream as well, and between the last stream. So, been a little bit busy with all of that. Just going to those conventions, it gets me a little drained since I'm missing out on those days where I can make videos, but I've been getting ahead quite a bit, so not as much of an issue for me now. But I'm excited. Jaka Brick is releasing more of his movie Deadpool figures from Deadpool and Wolverine, so definitely gonna pick as many of those up as I can when those get released. But I know that they're ready to sell, not going to be pre-orders. It'd be a little bit more difficult to get those. Fingers crossed, though. All right. So I did add some new figures to these cases from last time. In the Spider-Man section, I did pick up the Velocity suit from the first Spider-Man game. So I have all of the PCB video game Peter Parker suits. I guess I didn't pick up their Miles Morales like 2020 suit. Wasn't super interested in that. So skipped out on that one, but we'll see what other suits he might do down the line if I'm interested. And I started filling in some of the movie and TV characters a little bit just because I wanted to kind of plan out what space I needed there. So that is why I ended up doing that. And mostly because of the Breaking Bad section there. That's why I kind of had to make those decisions. Just going to shift these around quick and a little bit easier to access this. Still really liking the cases I bought. Flying Brox did a pretty good job. Thoughts on UV? I'm fine with UV printing. I know a lot of video game characters and more obscure characters end up having UV printing just because it's easier for companies to actually go and make figures that way. It's more obtainable for like just a regular person, since pad printing is kind of a process, and actually learning how to use the machines, like UV is just kind of how you get certain things. I don't have like a set company that I love for UV. I think actually, no, I take that back. I would say Firestar and Eclipse Graphics are both pretty decent UV printers. I got the Firestar Fallout figures that they just put out. Those have been pretty good. And just some other random figures from them. And everything I've gotten from Eclipse is really good. They have some really good accessories and tile prints that I've had in my collection for a while. And again, their Fallout stuff's pretty good too. Here's the look at all of these again. And these sort of upper tier ones are the ones that I've been kind of filling in recently. Just reviewed the 2 Monty Python minifigures, so definitely going to have to shift these around as K-Town puts more of those out. But we'll just finish the Breaking Bad section there while we're at it. And I only have a couple of figures on hand to toss in. I have 4 of them that I haven't actually gotten since they're still at my parents'. But very excited to get those Life Brick Breaking Bad minifigures eventually. And I have these like classic style ones. That one's from SJ Bricks. The other 3 Saul Goodman ones I'm about to toss on are from Classic Minifigs, which is now Orbital Minifigs. So one of those companies that has rebranded a bit, but still making decent products. And I do like their new style for figures a lot more on those Orbital Minifigures versus when they were only doing the classic stuff. I guess I did review these last year, or like almost a year ago. But toss that on. How about you? How do you feel about UV? Do you have any UV figures that you really like that just aren't available anywhere else? The one downside of double stacking these is when they have accessories. A little tough to squeeze them in, but long run, I'm glad I'm able to fit more figures in these cases and I don't have to buy as many. So take the wins when you can. Shipping too expensive for Firestar? Yeah, for Firestar I would definitely say shipping's a little expensive. That's why I only buy from them twice a year. Otherwise, it's just not super worth it if you don't have a ton of things you want from them. And they're all of the Better Call Saul minifigures that I got from Classic Minifigs. Would love to get more contemporary designs for those, but that was their style at the time. I kept doing the math on this section. I keep forgetting certain figures, so the numbering is just off. Mostly I forgot about this Walter White one, which maybe I'll take that one off eventually if I feel like it. But we also have, I picked up, that I haven't reviewed yet, the Citizen Brick. Oh, okay, yeah, you're in the UK. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't own any Calypso minifigures. I've seen people don't love their stuff necessarily, but I have the Mario and Luigi from Big Kid Bricks, and I have some other maybe parts and figures from them, but not a huge fan of their designs all the time. I think, again, it comes down to the fact they're releasing a bunch of characters that other companies haven't touched, so I do think that gives them a bit of a benefit there. I'm going to move this one for now. It's just throwing off my numbering since I have this Gus and then also the two different Gus's from Life Brick. So I have all 3 of those next to each other, and I'm going to end up splitting a couple of Walt figures, unfortunately, but it makes sense in the long run since I have the Jesse and the Walt in their hazmat suits, and then also the Citizen Brick ones, which I have not reviewed yet, but glad to have them. when it comes to those companies, do you have any? Which of the figures that they have made have you collected? Do you do like comic book stuff mostly, or do you have a mix of everything from either of the or any combination of those companies? So I definitely have the most Firestar figures. I think I have like 6 or 7 of their figures that they've made. And since I don't know if I love having the 4 figures right in the center row there, so again, might end up shifting stuff a little bit, but very cool to have these kind of older Citizen Brick figures that I picked up recently. All right. And allegedly, SJ Bricks is going to make a Jesse to go with their classic Walt that they made. So I guess I can just leave a spot behind him open for now. I'm still deciding if I want to buy the Hector Salamanca by Life Brick as well. So maybe I would just swap that in. Oh yeah, the decals, yeah. Yeah, and it's always the bummer. Figures are expensive, but making your own, if that's the way you got to do it, that's the way you got to do it. Okay, so Breaking Bad row. Got Soprano representation there. Dexter. I think I left these 2 for like random. Like I'm gonna get movie figures that are gonna have to go there eventually, so I'm gonna leave 2 spots. Then I'm gonna go to more TV stuff at the top here, where we got Ted Lasso, and then I guess also It's Always Sunny, which again, hopefully more people make It's Always Sunny figures, and I'll keep expanding that. But for now, we just got the 2 different Franks, and I know Lando, who used to work for Brickmania, also made a Frank Reynolds from the Hay. Anyway, I started blasting meme that I might pick up eventually. That's UV, but maybe not. We'll see though. All right, movie figures. Pretty much have everybody out right now, so just digging, double checking. I guess I have to do all my horror movie minifigures eventually. That would be kind of a bigger space. It's annoying when you get to the point where you just don't have a lot of room left, and it's kind of a last minute struggle to figure out how to fit everything in. So that's kind of where I feel like I'm at right now. But have you picked up any Lego sets recently, Alien? I'm just going to put down my Adult Swim minifigures right now, I guess, since those are 2 easy ones. That would go kind of by the Ted Lasso comedy section. I cannot remember if... Nice. The new extra or the older one? So I think both of them are actually pretty good. I definitely would say the newer one is probably my favorite, honestly. That's probably just because I think the shaping's a little better on the new one. Obviously, more expensive, maybe less of a good value, but build-wise, I would definitely say is better. I think I also got, when I got the newest extra, I got it on sale like 40% off probably through Target, through like some sort of coupon deal of some sort. There we go. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit the crab in there. I feel like it's just taking up too much space. New one. Yeah. I got lucky. I used to get every Marvel set, so I have the old one from when I was a kid. It's nice. I guess the only... they're putting a Sentinel in the new X Mansion that's going to come out, so... I guess there won't really be anything exclusive from the first X-Jet other than the smaller Sentinel, since they made the new Cyclops and the new Storm, which are probably even better than the old one anyway. Eric Andre. It's gonna be tough. I have these Stephen Hawking minifigures that are probably gonna be a little tough to fit in here. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Might have to have them separate. I guess I'll start doing my horror monster stuff at the top, since I think I kind of have all of the movie figures out now, huh? I thought I had more. I guess Magnum PI has to go somewhere. We'll toss him there. That's fine. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, man. Should I wait and do horror and zombie stuff in the next one? Oh, yeah, the X Mansion's going to be awesome. Like, I'm 100% going to get the X Mansion combined with my Danger Room build that I did. It's going to be awesome. And it'll be a brick world again this year. And I think that's definitely going to be a challenge because it's going to weigh a ton. And it's going to be kind of like a puzzle to get them to fit together. But I think I have to do it. I just have to. What do you guys think? Top row here, DC, like the comic book figures that I have left, or horror monsters? It's like Freddy Krueger, Wolfman, like I have a ton of them. Don't know if I want to do, I might, I'm torn right now because I have a bunch of zombie figures that would end up spilling over into the next case, so maybe it's better to wait. I don't know. What do you guys think? Probably should just do DC here and then have some open space since I'm going to get more movie and TV show characters eventually. Hope is, though, after I get everything placed down, I'll still have a ton of space so I don't have to buy another case anytime soon. That's my goal right now. Would love to have that. And hopefully I can save myself from moving stuff around a ton. DC, yeah, I think DC is going to be better. I don't have a ton of DC figures, but definitely have some decent ones. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. We are finishing up on this last little bit of pop culture case, and then we'll go to the rest of my like Citizen Brick zombie figures, and then I guess just random Citizen Brick stuff other than the zombies, that and the monster and horror movie type minifigures. Thanks. I have to figure out after I fill in this case what I'm actually gonna do for the extra cases now. Probably just have official minifigures in those from now on, but we'll have a ton of extra space there as well for another like 100 minifigures, 200-ish, a little under 200. But for this DC row, the big one that I gotta make sure I leave room for is all of the rest of the Watchmen minifigures that I'm getting, since I need to make sure that the whole team's together. And for the Watchmen, we got the figures by Amazing Minifigs, which are awesome. Other than Dr. Manhattan, not my favorite design there, but everybody else looks very cool. and just the challenge of how am I fitting these characters in the case, which is tough with these ones with all the accessories, especially with the comedian. He has a bunch of guns, and those end up being a little bulky with characters standing right next to each other. And I'm hoping Night Owl and Silk Spectre are going to be done by Amazing Minifigs soon, since it's been 7 months since he posted an update, or I guess they posted an update on those. So I'm hoping maybe we'll get those soon, and then I can fill in the rest of that team, basically, other than Ozymandias, which who knows when that will get done by them, or even if it will get done. I'm hoping it'd be kind of a bummer to get everybody from one team and then miss out on somebody, but I know that happens a ton to people. We'll put the Christo Dr. Manhattan in front, since it's probably a bit of a cooler have in the collection than the overly detailed one from Amazing. But I do like the color on it. Definitely looks a lot more glowy than the Christo one, but since it's kind of spray painted, I get worried about putting like the picture accessory in his hand, since it might get damaged. Then next to them, they need 3 spots, so I'll keep that in mind. I have really enjoyed SJ Brick's classic superheroes. Quiver. I have not bought anything from Quiver, I don't think. I've considered it, though. Like, I know they do UV. Like, it seems like everything they do is pretty good. Like, their Fantastic Four minifigures seem like they're pretty decent. But I already have my Fantastic Four custom minifigures that I wanted. So, didn't really need to buy theirs. I guess I'm missing the Thing in, like, minifigure form and not, like, a bootleg minifigure. But I do like that they have, like, kind of more of the upgrade packs versus just straight custom minifigures. They've done, like, the legs for Batman, Superman, and like the heads for Daredevil that I really liked, or like I guess Matt Murdock more than just Daredevil. Yeah, I don't know. I follow them. I'm always really interested. I follow basically every customizer, where I'm just interested to see what is being put out, just so I know for me. And then kind of helps me educate my choices. I definitely, like I said, I've considered Quiver and like some of their accessory packs. I just haven't actually pulled the trigger on them, just because I didn't really have anything that was super interesting to me at the time. But I guess I haven't bought from SJ Bricks in a while. I skipped out on May 4th. Like I said, though, this Batman, really love that. Same with the Superman that goes with it. The colors on it are excellent for that like Neil Adams look. Just all the other DC characters that SJ Bricks has done. And same with Marvel, which I don't have any of their Marvel figures. I'd love to track them down eventually. But their Green Lanterns definitely kick some butt. Which, again, this is probably going to cause issues in the case with a big bulky accessory. I guess maybe I'll toss him behind guy. Oh, I'm already out of space. This isn't working. Okay. Comics are going up. We'll keep the movie ones on the movie level, though. That's fine. Did anybody buy the Jaws Lego set? That's on my list of things that I want. I think I need the Jaws set, the Dune Ornithopter, and when that X-Mansion set comes out, those are my go-tos for like Lego sets this year that I feel like I really, really want. Alright, here we go again. Batman and Superman. It's tossing them on that top row. And I don't think I'm going to fill in the entire DC area here, but we will always shift it around if I have to. Oh, yeah. It is nice. I kind of grown to appreciate when companies continue like the video game lines, or even like Stray Bricks, especially with like its SpongeBob minifigures. Really like that they're continuing like an old Lego line and just giving more figures for that. I guess they did that with Adventure Time too a little bit, especially with like the buildable figure for Cake. Wait, no, Fiona and Cake. Yeah, that they made. Those were kind of fun and creative, kind of out of the box thinking there. Okay. Just trying to do the math of. I don't know how I'm going to get this lantern to fit. I guess I'll toss it his other hand. That might help me out a bit. It's the collectible minifigure big lantern that they gave to the Green Lantern minifigures that they made. It's a great piece. It's kind of a bummer. They're so inconsistent with the color. This one I'm talking about. I'll just show it quick. Where it's like that brighter green, which is kind of unfortunate. It doesn't match the original Hal Jordan. It's like green, not bright green. But Ab and Sir there, glad to have that one. I was lucky, and when SJ Bricks did their like restock of random figures, they still had laying around that I got every single one of the superhero ones, since I missed out on those. Since I was not collecting at the time, didn't have a chance to pick them up. But we got the Guy Gardner and we got the Ab and Sir, so very cool figures. And I guess we also got St. Walker. We're talking about lanterns. Toss that one right there. And Dead Man, another one of their figures that I really like. I wish the head, I don't know, it's one of those things like Alien was mentioning, where it's like based on the old Batman game, so it's a little more simple. Unfortunately, I would love a head that looks a little different, but honestly it doesn't bother me too much. It is pretty standard for like what Lego might do. The yellow eyes are kind of interesting on that figure, as you can see right there. Okay, then let's continue on with the like Justice League Dark minifigures. We got Constantine, we got Swamp Thing, two of my favorite DC minifigures in my collection. And hopefully these fit alright. That Swamp Thing minifigure is sweet. And same goes for the Light Customs Constantine. One of the first minifigures, or custom minifigures I pre-ordered. Turned out great, glad to have that in the collection. Then we got another Batman and Clayface. I think that's kind of it. I'm going to wait. I have the Teen Titans Go minifigures. Yeah. I was in the same boat for a long time where I got my first Phoenix Customs minifigure like 10 years ago, and I didn't have a job or anything. So lots of minifigures that I missed out on when I was younger that I wish I could have bought. So just got to save up your money where you can, find something you love, and buy it eventually. Or just wait until you have a job and everything, and then you can buy stuff. That's where I'm at. Probably a little fiscally irresponsible with some of the stuff I buy, but it's tough. You live in FOMO, where if you don't buy now, you might never get a figure. Robert Pattinson Batman. Nice. I still need to take a look at those Witcher minifigures by Minifigs, but I have them downstairs on the counter. I'm trying not to pack away minifigures into the cases until after I've reviewed them, so I can get them like fresh in the packaging. But I got to see those Witcher minifigures at Brickworld when he had them, and skipped out of them then. But when he put them on the website, knew I had to pick them up since I got their Kratos already too. So I'm interested. You know, it is a collab with SJ Bricks, which is kind of fun since it's another company I love collecting, and Minifigs does a great job. But it's cool you got the Thrawn. That's one of those. I'm not a huge Star Wars collector, and I knew that'd be kind of like a FOMO thing. If they put out a Thrawn, you got to pick it up. But I'll just get the official Lego one from that set, and it'll be cheaper. That'll be fine with me. Are you excited about your Thrawn though? I feel like that's one of those characters. If you're really into Star Wars, you'll love it or not. But there we go. That's kind of the DC section, I guess. I have my Invincible minifigures I'll throw up there too. Now I'll do the Teen Titans Go one. 3 dimensions figures from Teen Titans Go. I was kind of hoping to throw those with the animated minifigures eventually, but we got some space by DC, so I'll probably toss them here. Now I just need to pick a Robin and a Cyborg to put here. I guess Cyborg would be pretty easy. There aren't that many versions of Cyborg. Oh, sure. I mean, it's kind of nice with Avengers Tower. If you really wanted to, you could probably sell the figures off of that, and it seems like they're all coming out in Lego sets as well. But that's too bad that the secondhand market doesn't really exist. So I guess I haven't done it in a while, but I have used Facebook Marketplace to buy Lego every once in a while. But Bricklink's nice. Hopefully you're able to sell some decent amount of stuff on there. Beast Boy. Here we go. All right. I'll leave some space there. Definitely gonna end up picking up some DC characters some point. Shoot, camera's getting covered. And we'll just toss Invincible here. Don't see why not. Just some more comic minifigures. I'm just checking my shelves, make sure I don't have any other random comic stuff that's not Marvel. I think these Invincible minifigures will be the last couple, and then we'll move to the other case for now. And I guess we can always come back to this, see if there's any other ones we want to toss onto there. The Avengers Tower, though, that's a sweet set. You definitely got to pick that up if that's on your list. I'm sure you got a couple of years still until they retire that one, but I was a big fan. That was a great set to put together. I think I built that in December or January. Can't remember, but definitely worth it. A little bit of a balancing act, unfortunately, with the way I did this. You move one thing, everything else kind of moves, so you just gotta slow and steady fix stuff every once in a while. But again, saving money, especially with how many minifigures I have, I gotta put them in a case because this one of these cases is cheaper than like one of figure. So just gonna be a little bit smarter about that and just taking care of my stuff. Boom. Oh, shoot. Keep forgetting I have the webcam in this area. Okay. Well, I guess, Scanning for other random stuff. A bunch of official minifigures for movies that maybe I'll end up tossing in the other cases in the back there eventually. I don't know. I just was collecting stuff that I was like, that's kind of cool. Definitely want to consider putting that in a case. But for customs, I think this is it for the movies and comic book stuff. Oh. Yeah. All right. We'll move on from that. Just give a quick overlook of everything here. Again, we got our Tarantino section, so we got Reservoir Dogs, we got Pulp Fiction, a little bit of Kill Bill, Glorious Bastards. Then we go to the Paul Thomas Anderson section, so we got Boogie Nights there, as well as There Will Be Blood, and then just our little section there for the Warriors. Moving to the second row here, kind of the sci-fi, literally me type characters. So we got Dune, we got Blade Runner, which we do have some more Blade Runner minifigures in the collection, but it would throw everything off balance, so that's why I left that there for now. We'll toss in Deckard eventually somewhere else. Moving on, American Psycho. Got all my American Psycho minifigures. We got Alien, John Wick, Mad Max, as well as Braveheart behind Max. So we got the 2 different Mel Gibsons. We got Drive, Napoleon Dynamite, and then we got the Coen brothers with the No Country for Old Men, as well as The Big Lebowski. Musicians, we got the 2 comedy guys there. We got JT and Weird Al. Spinal Tap, which are mostly fig barfs that I made myself for the different members of that. We got our rappers, Beastie Boys, some of my favorite Simpsons minifigures, and I guess more minifigures that I tossed on some other ones I've reviewed recently. So we got the Escape from New York minifigures on the edge there that are new, and more just movie and TV figures that we've already put down. So I guess in this section, most minifigures I have out of one franchise would be Breaking Bad, just because a bunch of companies are making those. But that DC section, in this case, is probably one of my more favorites. I don't know. I'm a big movie guy, so I just love all my movie minifigures. But Constantine and Swamp Thing are just probably my 2 favorite characters. In this case, sliding it over to move on to the next one now, like I said. And we will start off this one with the horror movie monsters and all of my Lego zombies. And we just have a bunch of random civilian characters for Citizen Brick, and I don't know where to put them since they're not necessarily movie characters, not necessarily TV characters. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. I was considering not putting stuff in the middle. I'm doing it. I have to do it. So I'm going to have to fill those in quick, but I already put them together. These cases, though, not sponsored or anything, but I think they were only like $60 each if you do what I did and build these like little stands. You can multiply the capacity by 2, so I can fit 140 minifigures in each of these cases. For $60, pretty good. Especially when each minifigure, if it's a superhero one, is usually like $100. If it's a Citizen Brick minifigure, each one is like $25. You are definitely going to want to put your figures in a case if you're going to be spending that much money. And I only did the multiply by 2 thing just because I don't want to spend as much money on cases. I want to buy figures. So if I can spend an extra $20 or $30 to multiply the capacity by 2, totally worth it to me. And I've said that in each one of these live streams where we've been kind of going through my cases and putting the figures down. But that is why we are doing that, because I love money and saving money and spending money, but mostly having more money to spend. And I can't actually remember how many zombies I have. It's probably not going to be a whole bunch. I know there's a lot more people that have more zombie minifigures than me, but I will have a decent amount, hopefully less than 1 row. I want to lose a row to just zombies, since it's not necessarily even something that I love having. But I don't want to have an incomplete collection of stuff coming out, since you skip something, there'll be twice as much money on the aftermarket, which is annoying. Again, just filling in these last little couple gaps, just because I've decided I would like to completely fill this in. I did the dumb thing when I bought parts again. I had the wrong amount again. So I should go back to math class, since I keep forgetting that I need 2 of the foot sort of jumper tiles per section. I keep forgetting, and I keep buying 1 for each. It's so dumb. I hate myself. But I think I pulled some from the sort of back cases of my jumper sort of leg tiles. So we did get enough now. It's just annoying that I keep buying new parts and keep forgetting, which is pretty common for me, especially even when I'm like mock building. Doesn't matter how much I double check my cart and my inventory of like parts I need, I always forget something. So not ideal. I think when I went to Brick World, I forgot like 3 different parts that were super important for like the little builds I was giving away to people. So I had to buy a Bricklink order with like expedited shipping to make sure it got there in like the week beforehand, because I didn't get my pick-a-brick parts until I think a week. Might have been 9 days before Brick World, where I was like, oh shoot, we only have a single digit amount of days to figure this out and fix it. But everything worked out and it was great. That was a little stressful, and I hate that I keep putting myself in that sort of issue, or that sort of scenario. Yeah, this case here, we're going to do zombies, monster movies, and video games for sure, and whatever I have left. Random Citizen Brick minifigure, or official Citizen Brick minifigures, and maybe official movie minifigures that I really like. Still got to toss those in somewhere too, so that would probably be the place to do that here. Hopefully we have a very good amount of space, because I do not want to run out of room. Just got to move my minifigure cases a little bit so I can actually reach them and grab stuff. Anybody else have any Lego stuff they're excited about, movies they're excited about, or his custom minifigures they're excited about? Lots coming out recently. I haven't really pre-ordered anything in a while. Oh, I'm excited for CB Day. I have work at the time that it's happening, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can get somebody to cover for me for like 5 minutes. But I work in sports, and I'll be on the sideline during a football game, so that might be a little tricky. But it seems like a lot of what they're dropping is the stuff that was already at conventions. I obviously was able to go to a lot of those and pick a lot of stuff up. So hopefully if it's just like in-stock minifigures, kind of like last year, I can pick anything up. Like I know, I guess Visible Man and the Joe Sigfig kind of sold out pretty quickly, but I feel like most of what they had for sale last year was still around at least an hour after. So if I get to like a commercial break and quick jump on my phone, I can do that. But I don't know. Obviously, it's not as crazy as like some of the previous Citizen Brick days, but I haven't been around for those. So I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to be like, oh, I missed when they had a million one-off minifigures and then missed out on all of them. Yeah. I hope it's easy to... The tracksuits are definitely one of those things where they should just sell them separately instead of like a full minifigure. I think those would be like really great items. Those are some sweet torso and leg designs. It would be awesome if they sold those as like just separate pieces. All right, just gonna start laying some stuff down. We'll start with all of my True Red Studios monster minifigures, with my favorite True Red minifigure and one of my top minifigures of all time being their Creature from the Black Lagoon. That is a classic to me, and probably where they peaked on the Monsterverse side of the minifigures. And Wolfman was a pretty good number 2. Yeah. And Frankenstein, decent. Not my favorite minifigure by any means. I wish they would have paired that up with any of the Frankenstein's monster sort of molded headpieces or color-wise. And that might have been my fault for not picking up the right misprinted one to do that, but that would have been a nice feature if I could have gotten one. And I'm stupid. I don't know why I do it. I have all of these horror minifigures, and I do not love horror movies, but love collecting the minifigures since they look cool. So I'll just pull them. I have a Sony A7 IV that I bought. You can kind of see it in the webcam right here, but that is my go-to for everything. I do my videos, my thumbnail photos. My lens isn't perfect on it. I would love to have one where I can have a little bit more of a close-up shot. I kind of have to, like, in editing, zoom in more. But I've always wanted this, not this camera, I wanted an A7 III for the longest time, since that's what I worked at. Yeah, that is what I used at work. But the 4 is better and was in stock. I don't think they sell the 3 anymore, but I am a big Sony fan. With my job now, we use Canon cameras, and I don't love them as much since I just feel like the Sony ones have really good autofocus and are just smart and easy to use, which is good for me. I not like a super smart camera tech person. I'm more of a here's what we have, let's do it and shoot video sort of person. But this is the perfect camera for everything I've ever wanted to use it for. I just picked this up like a year ago. Oh, yeah, I love this camera. It's the best camera. I'm going to mute my phone because it's annoying. I just need a better lens. That's the only issue. Where if I had a lens where I could just zoom in more and get closer focus, I'd be unstoppable for what I'm doing. But it's good enough quality that if I have to zoom in the camera or zoom in the video and the editing a little bit, not going to bother me too much. Another great minifigure, the Citizen Brick, Amish person. Big fan of that one. Trying to think how I want to do. I always display him with Reagan from Exorcist, just because I just feel like he fits with her a little bit. We'll swap them. She'll go in the front. Why not? I did see. So I've seen the Visible Man misprints on like Instagram and stuff. I'm not really interested in spending $200 on one figure like that, knowing that it was originally $75 on Citizen Brick Day. I missed out completely on like the second round that whenever they dropped the extras from Brick World, I didn't get anything that day, just because I was in the middle of nowhere and had no phone signal. But I'm glad other people were picking those figures up. You know, it's a cool design, obviously, but not really something I'm super interested in since I have the, base minifigure from that, which I think is that's the version I would want anyways, just the trans clear. That doesn't look great. I don't know why it's not letting me turn it more. But anyway, we got that stupid floating head thing. Then, boom, she'll go right there. That's perfect. Yeah, I think it was like 10 minutes or less for everything to go. And again, a lot of it was stuff I already got from the convention, so I wasn't like super upset or anything. Not that I would ever be upset over like not getting a custom minifigure at this point. Like, I'll do what I can to get everything I want, but I don't know. If I don't end up picking something up, it's not the end of the world either. I don't need to buy everything that exists. Alright, I guess I'll shift some of these over. I keep forgetting. I only buy from some of these companies once a year or less. Favorite Lego Marvel game? Easily the first Lego Marvel game. That's probably the first video game I ever 100%ed. Sorry, bro, you didn't get a coral tracksuit. I was lucky. I went to the convention. I picked one up, but it's a cool color. I got that in a purple one now. Both of those are awesome. Like I said, I'm hoping those become pretty easy to pick up. And it seemed like at the conventions they had a ton of each color, so it wouldn't be super rare. But I know if you want to pick up multiples of the same color, it kind of sucks. So you can only get one at a time. I was really hoping at the last Citizen Brick sale they had like one of the minifigures that said I visited Citizen Brick, and all I got was one of these stupid shirts or one of these little shirts. I really wanted that minifigure. Sold out immediately, unfortunately. Yeah, I hope you can pick one up, dude, because it's a good one. It's a good one. How do you guys feel about True Red Studios? I am mixed. Some stuff they put out is amazing. Some stuff they put out is very mid. Just a little goofy. Now they got their style. I could see why people would want the parts for Fig Barfing, but I am definitely patient about picking their stuff up because I know if I just wait, hang out for a second, I can come back later and grab stuff. Yeah, that sucks that there's no conventions in the UK. Really? I think it's so goofy because like Lego is in Europe that they should do more in Europe, but stuff is stupid. That's too bad you were at Brickworld and didn't know that they were doing the minifigures. Yeah, that was the Saturday at Brickworld was a lot more confusing than it was at Brick Fair, and the line was a lot longer at Brickworld. So that was kind of an I didn't love the overall experience of Brickworld Chicago this year. That's mostly just coming from me as like somebody that was displaying my mocks as well. It just kind of sucked like waiting in line for as long as we did just to pick up two figures at a time and repeating. I think I stood in line. Yeah, I bought from other people or bought for other people as well. So I was in line at the Citizen Brick booth for like 4 hours, I think 3 or 4 hours, and I missed out on like the whole public day just waiting for that. So that was kind of a bummer. I didn't get to stand next to my builds as much, which isn't the end of the world. You know, it's kind of nice to do my own thing a little bit, not just sit there. But it's kind of nice to meet people that like watch the channel and yeah. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Well, overall, did you think Brickworld was like a good experience then? With it being your first time? I I thought this year was pretty good. I know in previous years there's been like better builds, but I don't know. Is that something you were interested in the builds first, and then custom Lego was also there, or were you at the convention for the customs and checked out the convention? How did I do this? One of the toughest figures to display is this Hannibal Lecter. Since there is no stud connection, I need to find one of those 1x1 claw pieces that I can set down, since he will not be secure otherwise and he'll be flopping around. Yeah, yeah. The way that so at Brick Fair they actually had like a deli number pull thing, so you would pick a number and it was a lot more organized than whatever they were doing at Brick World the first day. Just a little chaotic for my taste that first time doing that. I've been there previous years where it is really just like a smash and grab, um, and I guess they haven't done the figures in previous years, so that was kind of like a first for me, having like the 100 different minifigures to choose from. I don't know. I feel like the way that they did it was very equitable and it made it a lot more fair for like random people to pick stuff up other than these same collectors grabbing everything and then just like reselling it or buying it for their friends that don't go to the conventions. I can see it both ways. You know, it's not a perfect system, but it is better than just like running up, pushing people over and grabbing stuff. I'm gonna figure out how to put this in later. That's not working. Did you get anything else other than the Stephen Hawking? I know that was one of those crazy figures. I can't believe that sold out. I thought that would be one of their more or least popular minifigures, if I'm being honest. I know people in the comments section were mad about them making it. Yeah, yeah. I hope that's one of the things I hope I'm doing here a little bit is like showcasing stuff for other people getting into the hobby and things that you can buy, different minifigures coming out, and like how to buy them. Because Citizen Brick is really accessible. They have like their own website, and I think it's nice that they have fast shipping. Like there's a lot of benefits to Citizen Brick, so I feel like that would be kind of the company I'd always push people to, and being able to go to a convention and see them is a fun experience too. So I'm glad you got to go and do that. I think Brick World is the best convention, easily, no question about that. Because I went to Brick World Chicago and Brick World Indianapolis this year, and then also Brick Fair. I was underwhelmed by Brick Fair for sure. Okay, at least you did get a tracksuit. I would definitely say that's one of those many figures you wouldn't want to miss out at all. Patrick Bateman. Those misprints are awesome. Since the suits are just useful. That's kind of what I look out for a little bit. Is just what am I going to do with the figure outside of the like base figure. If I want to use the parts for something, what am I going to do with them? Definitely helps when there's a lot of utility to it, and I think the suits definitely do that. I think we are going to have the perfect amount of space in this horror section here for just the horror figures, which is awesome. I know, from what I heard, the Citizen Brick Halloween drop this year is going to be crazy, so I'm definitely going to need to leave some room for more Citizen Brick horror or Halloween themed minifigures. Oh, I that Elmo minifigure is awesome. Such a smart idea by them. I'm glad they decided to do those. Ooh, this is not gonna fit. Chainsaw arm. Just we were talking about UV printing. This Eclipse Graphics, Ash Williams from the Evil Dead, super great minifigure. The Necronomicon, also awesome, and it has like the 3D printing on that, where it just has depth. Super cool effect. Something you can't do with pad printing. So there are definitely positives to UV every once in a while if they're doing it right. I do prefer pad, but not going to shame anybody for the stuff that they collect. Yeah, and again, nobody else is putting out Evil Dead minifigures, so yeah. My only complaint for that Ash is that it doesn't have a second face print. This is just not going to work in the front row. It's going to get cut off. Guess. It's a zombie minifigure. I can pretend all the zombies are deadites and they'll go together. We'll put those in the second row. That's fine. Again, talking about True Red. Their shipping sucks. The fact it's $30 and they ship with DHL, I hate that. If their shipping wasn't so expensive, would probably buy more of their figures. But it just takes a while for them to put out enough stuff that I'm interested in to make a purchase. So I usually do that, like I said, once a year at most, sometimes maybe twice a year, but it's got to be the right stuff that I'm interested in. Alright, cool. So that kind of fills in this whole horror section. Man, my camera is a little yellow right now, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Fix itself. I love auto color correct. I'm going to guess at this point, he's definitely not going to make... He tries to avoid stuff Lego has already done. My cheapest custom figure. I got a couple of... Where are they? I just had them. I have a couple of... I guess my cheapest minifigures would be like the collectible minifigures from Lego. But I also have some custom decaled minifigures by... sometime... Wait, what's his name now? I always... He changed his name. It's... my friend Ryan... His username currently is Bricks About Nothing. All right, I knew that. I knew that the whole time. Didn't forget. It confuses me so much when people change their usernames. But Bricks About Nothing. He makes Seinfeld minifigures, and he gave me a couple of his decaled Seinfeld minifigures. So those are my cheapest minifigures since they were free. Other than that, Citizen Brick, all their minifigures are usually $25. So those are probably the cheapest custom minifigures they have. I guess the CMF minifigures aren't custom, so that doesn't count. Again, back to Stranger Things. I don't know. I have the Lego set. Obviously, that's only season 1. But also, I don't know. Other than the season 1 characters, for me personally, I'm not super interested in more. Not Citizen Brick. In more Stranger Things stuff. What else would you do, especially for like a set? What else would Lego even do, since they kind of did everything? It would be kind of weird to do the pumpkin patch with like the RV in it. Or like I guess the mall, I saw it, somebody's done like a mock-up of like what they would do for the mall build. Like I guess that could be a thing. We got the horror adjacent minifigures. Here's Wednesday Addams by K-Town. One of my first K-Town minifigures. And for now, I can always move everything later. I'm just going to put the rest of my random True Red stuff down here just to have it in a case. Just random zombie, or not zombie, random monster stuff. Especially with like what Lego does with like Friends, it would be super cool to see them do like a really decked out mall build of some sort. And I'm just popping out those jumper. If it's a leg set, no printing on it, I'm just gonna save the jumper plate to put back on the other cases. Speaking of Stranger Things, by Minifigs, we got the Hellfire Club figure I made here. It's just kind of based off of Eddie. We'll toss that in. Why not? They did make the brick heads and the keychain, so you never know. They might make something for the last season. I don't know. That set's really goofy. It's the same thing with like the Legend of Zelda set that they just put out, where they made this huge Lego set and it's the same thing twice. Or like I guess in the Legend of Zelda one, it's a little different, but building the Stranger Things set was so goofy because you built the one house and then you built the same house again but different colored. So the Quicksilver, funny you mentioned that. I filmed that already. I just haven't posted it. I might have even. I think I filmed the whole thing, where it's Quicksilver, the Scarlet Witch, by who is that by? Diamond Custom that I bought, I think. Oh no, it's the so I have the Quicksilver, and then the Brothers Figs of Scarlet Witch and Polaris. I did all three of them together to be like Magneto's kids, but that is a video that will happen eventually at some point. I'm really behind on videos coming out right now. I think I have 8 videos like edited and uploaded just to post just in case, but if I get something new, refresh the stream, hopefully it's still working. Okay, that was weird. I'm very sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. But my figure tomorrow, or I'm doing the Phoenix Customs Lion-O from Thundercat. So I got one of my back catalog figures coming out. And I have a couple more of those. I have the KO Customs Taskmaster. That's one of his older figures that I'm going to get out eventually as a video. It's edited, posted. Just need to actually make it live eventually. But yeah, the Quicksilver, it's a great figure. It is going to come out eventually, a review for that. Like I said, all the different siblings. I thought that if I can, I try to group the minifigures together since it kind of keeps my stuff a little more focused. I'd rather make one big video than like 3 small videos. That's just where I'm at. Okay. Looks like we're on zombies. Let's start tossing those out. Sorry if I get a little ranty on that stuff. That was a long explanation for, yes, I am going to review the Quicksilver. I have already reviewed it. It'll just... video will be posted eventually. I don't know when. Some of those back catalog minifigures, I try and save those for when I am busy and don't have time to record other stuff. Obviously, I love my X-Men minifigures, and I know that's one of the more popular things on my channel is the X-Men stuff, so I do my best to give everybody a little bit of everything that they like. Oh yeah, with the zombies, going to do the Michael Jackson minifigures too. Forgot about that. And shift the camera. else do we have? I have a bunch of minifigures that are older that need to post. There's just only so many days in the week. I post on Wednesdays and I post on Saturdays, and I'm behind on my mock videos. Like I have my final video for the Danger Room I want to post. I still need to edit. Like I have other bigger projects that I started working on that I just need to finish. That's showbiz, baby. One second as I collect myself to make sure that I'm not missing something and then having to shift everything over. Yeah. Everything that I do, for the most part, we are great at it. Everything is just a formula. I got my strategy down. Super simple. Just to make it easy for me more than anything. Realize I forgot I have one misprint minifigure that is going to be tossed in there to fit in with him. We got our purple version of Michael Myers. And we'll shift this one over to there. And we'll move Mathregan behind Wednesday, hopefully. Yeah, there. Everything's great. Everything's fine. Back to zombies. We're going to put down the zombies. Yeah, the way I shoot my videos, I'll shoot like 5 videos at once. That way everything is quicker. That's the way you got to do it. If you know you're going to be making a ton of videos, you got to make it efficient for yourself. So I will do that, and I'll film the intro for every video where I do the unboxing, all the packaging, and then I'll do the middle like review part with all the minifigures, do that all at once, and then outros. So I have I have a little light box. I'll just flash it on camera quick. It's a little messy back there. There's a computer. We got our light box here. Right. I use the blue one because I like the floosh. The floosh has blue. That's why we do that. But we have a small light box there that's square. Works for everything I have to do with it since I'm not making anything crazy. But I have the blue. I have red and white and black. So I have 4 different backdrops. I only use the blue for videos just to keep branding consistent. Yeah, I think this is from Amazon. My mom bought it for me for Christmas like years ago. Never used it, and then I started my channel and it was perfect. So it was nice to have it. It makes life easy. And I think the one I got came with like this little lights that I use as well. Oh, okay, yeah. I would guess this is $50 maybe, tops. I don't know. Like I said, it was a gift, so I'm not 100% sure on how much it was, but it has the 2 lights that I use with it. So the whole thing is like a package where it has like pockets for the lights, super easy to transport. So when I went to Brick World, I brought my light box with me, and I didn't film in my hotel, but I was planning on like I could if I wanted to. But from Brick World, I went home to my parents for a week since I live out of state right now, and I filmed a review when I was at my parents. So I brought all my stuff with me to do that. So it's very nice to have like a setup that is like movable. I have in the corner of my desk here in my room. I could put it anywhere in my house if I really wanted to. Yeah. I definitely, getting a light box is nice. That way you can just keep your lighting consistent. Like for me right now, the sun's setting. Obviously I'm not using my light box and just using my overhead light. So consistent lighting, brand consistency, that's another thing that's kind of nice. All right, we got our Michael Jackson minifigures, the old, I guess not the old torso, but yeah, the old torso, the commissioned dash bricks head there to go with the older torso, and the brand new minifigure version of it. It's a great design, really love that one. And with that one, we got the purple one. So I'll put that right there. That's not how I want to do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's whatever, fine. Got another great minifigure, the Wu-Tang zombie to go there with them. More music zombies. Michael Jordan zombie. No, they're probably another one of my favorite zombies. Just great figure. Just want to get the full-on like Citizen Brick figure sort of zombies all together instead of like more of the like Fig Barfy ones. Got the Scout one. This was my first Citizen Brick minifigure, or like full minifigure that I bought on eBay. Had the zombie one there, another great one. Focus. Can you focus? Please. Let's go in auto or manual. It's getting annoying. There. Oh yeah, the new Michael Jackson figure is great. Probably should have been smarter with my choices at Brickworld, since I picked up one of the red ones as one of my first figures just to make sure I got it. Didn't have to do that. Probably could have gotten some crazier figures instead, but I got my normal one. I got my misprint. That was perfect for me. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. And I have it was nice that they reprinted the jacket, since that was an older torso print they did a long time ago of like this ripped up zombie torso. So it's a little bit harder to track down. Getting the new version of that with the head and everything as a full package was perfect. Just great. Okay. Looks like that is all of my full mini. I guess we have this. I don't know. Ooh, I'm going to have to do that one by itself. The one with the pitchfork sticking through it with an old, one of the first Citizen Brick heads. They had those. Or somebody that had a booth at Brickworld had those for sale, so I picked up a couple of their older zombie heads. Same goes for the one here with the Buc-ee's thing and Cheesehead. Love their Cheesehead piece. That is my favorite part that they've made recently. Oh, yeah, yeah. They had an unlimited amount of the Prisoner minifigures, too. And the Knights, which I picked up one of each of those just to have them. Probably didn't have to. Could have waited. But I think classic space stuff they've been doing is kind of fun. Ooh, that is... Just remembered, we have the zombie Blacktron figure I have to find and put down. I would love to put this figure down if it would let me. There we go. It's covering up the zombie one a lot. Ooh, we'll switch them. I don't love zombies. I don't love monster movies, but I have every figure that's come out like an idiot. I love consuming. That's one of my defining features. The only horror figure I don't have is Leatherface, and that is because I got scammed. I have like the... Yeah, I love consuming too. It's great. But for Leatherface, I have the apron that he has. That's like printed blood. Bought that in Whatnot 2 years ago now, probably. Then somebody was selling the head separately. I bought the head from them, and then they never shipped it to me, and then claimed that they did. And my package got lost in the mail. So that was very cool of them to scam me like that. One of these days, maybe I'll own the head for Leatherface, and I'll have that minifigure too. But we'll see. Eventually, maybe it'll happen. Shoot. We'll put the dancing pumpkin guy with the zombies. I think that's fitting for the Halloween sort of stuff. We got our food service minifigures we'll have to put out eventually. I want all of those together. And zoom out. A bunch of my fig barfs. Might keep them in here. I just don't know. I have all these like random civilian type characters that could go anywhere. I have official minifigures. I collected normal Legos. I've done that my whole life, but for these cases, these are just for my custom minifigures. So I have like a mix of... I have some official minifigures I definitely want to try and get in these cases, but like I said, with these other type cases, these will be the ones that I'll probably end up putting my official ones in eventually, and can go over those. But I have every Marvel minifigure that came out from like 2012 to like 16. Big Lego Marvel fan. I was a completionist the best I could, and that's probably the theme I have the most of, other than Star Wars. Actually, no, Star Wars is the theme I have the most of. Not that I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan. I don't collect Star Wars custom minifigures just because Lego puts out so many. Why would I spend a ton of money on a figure that Lego will just end up doing? That's kind of my thought process there. Comic-Cons. I don't have it on me. I have the Supergirl from DC Fandom. That's the only official Comic-Con minifigure that I have. Other than that, I do have Mr. Gold. Those are my two rarest Lego characters that I have. Zoom back in. Got to get those close-ups when we're putting down our minifigures. Random light blue zombie type Michael Jackson minifigure there. One of my coolest misprint parts. Picked that up at Brick World 2 years ago. And we got the skeleton dude, Spooky Time, with the coral bat pants. Put that there. All right, now things are about to get complicated. I don't know what should I put in? There we go. One more easy choice. I hate the illusion of having a limited space because I have more than enough minifigures to completely fill this up. I know that. But the way we are right now, it's very much all right. We have time. We have so much time to get stuff put away. We don't have to think about it too hard. But as soon as I start willy-nilly tossing things, we're gonna have to move everything around. I don't want to do that. I would love to get this done today, if I can. Maybe that's unrealistic. I know each one of these cases has taken like 2 hours. I just have so many random minifigures of just stuff tossed together. Another random combo of Halloween parts that'll go together. I love Classic Space. I just toss them all in a box. We're army building. We're army builders here. We got our Classic Space army building. We got all the orange space parts in my last pick-a-brick order when I got the rest of the parts to put this together. Speaking of not classic space, but one of my favorite overprinted minifigure parts here is my 90s spaceman. We got the UFO alien here with the overprinted Air Migs by Citizen Brick. Best minifigure in my collection. Oh, I guess I also have the overprinted Wu-Tang torso by Minifigs on there too. So that is one of my prized custom collection items. I am stupid. We still have more zombie minifigures to put down. I'm jumping ahead of myself. We will move those over. Go me. I picked turquoise, I think, because I already have a gold one. I was being selfish. I didn't want a gold space person. Sorry, guys. I don't know where I put that. Somewhere in my collection, we have a gold spaceman. I don't know. I ended up picking up, I think, from Brent Waller, who designed the Lego Ideas Ghostbusters Ecto 1, and then also the Seinfeld set. He was selling a couple different, they had a bunch of different options for like classic space torsos. Gold was one of them. I also picked up like a light blue that like finished the Everything is Awesome set with all classic space minifigures. So I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time to buy that stuff. because I wanted it. I think I have a sand purple classic space torso too in my collection. It's out of reach. It's over here, but that is another one of my favorite parts that I have. I'm brain farting right now. Gotta stay focused. Let's get this done. One of my cool things, these legs on this minifigure are from the Scarface by Citizen Brick, and they're overprinted with these airbags. So they've ruined a very rare piece of leg, or not piece of legs, pair of legs with tacky printing that people love. Do you have custom big figs? I have like the old bootleg custom or big figs. Thank you, Barry Allen. I appreciate that. I appreciate your work as the Flash as well. So thank you for your service. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. Glad I can make some stuff that you like. Do you collect customs, Barry? Is there any custom minifigures in your collection that you like? Alright, I think we're covered now for zombies. I'm almost positive. Nope, we still got more. Okay. I don't know so when you get a zombie, zombies don't necessarily have hair, right? But you don't want to leave it bald because then it just looks weird when you have all the bald zombies. I struggle with that sometimes. Really love the Citizen Brick Halloween stuff that they put out last year. I think all the double heads and stuff they did are all very cool. And I really crapped on this like meme skeleton dancing guy when that came out. I gave it a bad review, but it's grown on me. It's a fun figure. I think I'm pretty positive about most of the things I buy. So maybe I feel a little bit bad when I don't give everything a perfect review, but I gotta have journalistic integrity. Okay. So there's my little collection of zombie minifigures, ranging from Michael Jackson from Thriller all to other random jumbled parts together. They have a ton of zombie minifigures that they've actually released. I don't have many of the full figures. Basically, I have 3, I guess, 4. Like of the official like original printing minifigures. Not a zombie guy. I just have zombie parts. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, Reverse Brick. Appreciate it, and have a good rest of your day. Water break. We've been going for a solid hour and a half, and we have done 4 rows of stuff. Life is good. We're making great progress on this right now, guys. Okay. I'm just going to leave these. I got 4 spots. We're going to leave them. Something's going to go there eventually. Same with like the 5 in the front here. Something's got to come out that I'll get. I'll wait. And if we need to shift stuff, we'll shift it around a bit. But that is all for the monster type minifigures. Unfortunately, that has taken up 2 out of the 6 rows of this case. Now we can get to more of the random junk that I have, I guess. Video games. We'll do the video games minifigures. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's one of the nice things. I have my like review space on this desk in my room. Then a lot of my Lego collection and like builds and stuff I have a second room in my apartment that I rent. So if I'm going to build like a Lego set, I can use the desk in there. That's where I did like my Fallout mock when I was building that. Just left it on the table in there. And it's nice to be able to spread out a bit. Obviously, when you have people you live with, it's a little harder to steal your space and like really hold on to it. But When you live alone, not so hard. Okay. I think the plan right now, we're going to do video game minifigures. Maybe. I don't know. Video game ones, that's very conceptual to me right now, since I don't actually have that many. I have like 10. So maybe I should do... I'll do cartoon. We'll do the animated stuff. We'll keep the... I might take out the zombie stuff if we fill this up too fast. But we'll do the movie animated stuff. I just love my movie figures. I think they're fun to look at. I want to prioritize those before we get to the like assorted non-licensed minifigures. So we're getting to my official minifigures right now. For people that are asking about it, I have some goodies. You know, we got Speed Racer in here. Got to bring back the OGs. And I got to take out all the stupid Star Wars minifigures that are in this. Where do we want to start? We will start with SpongeBob. And I already am missing a figure. I don't know where Patrick is. Okay. What have I done? So SJ Bricks has put out some of my favorite custom minifigures with their SpongeBob line. I have tried to pick up everything. I missed one figure so far, which has really hurt me since I missed their skeleton Patrick that they did, which I don't even know if it's from an official set, or not a set, from an official episode, so maybe I don't have to be as bummed about missing that. Best part about these SpongeBob minifigures is that they use official legs with no printing on them. I got an emoji covering your message. Lego space. Oh yeah, Iron Patriot is. I got that when I pre-ordered the original Lego video game, or Lego Marvel video game back in the day. So I am very fortunate to have gotten that, since that is just one of the best Lego Marvel minifigures. I know there's lots of Lego Iron Man fans, so not going to be like a hot take saying that, but love me some Lego Iron Man. And we are just going to tier these. We're going to do the official with the custom that goes with it. So we have Doodle Bob right there with the official SpongeBob. And we will continue from there. We got Squilliam that'll go with Squidward. And Dirty Dan, which will go with Patrick. That is my SpongeBob collection for right now. I guess I had the skeleton SpongeBob too, but I don't know if I'll put that out or not. We'll see. How am I doing this? At the moment, I do not know where my Patrick minifigure was. I was getting really organized. I was putting stuff aside for what I wanted to put in these cases. I don't know what happened to those. Nothing. I have this issue where if I can't find something, it really bothers me. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it. Where at least all the SpongeBob minifigures are pretty cheap. I don't have to worry like that I'm missing someone that's like super expensive. But I'll have to find my official Squidward and my official Patrick eventually when I have time. Not super worried about it right now, but like I said, these SJ SpongeBob minifigures, perfect. Love those. I know they started doing The Simpsons, which I did not pick up yet. Maybe down the line. I'm not like a huge Simpsons fan. I do have all the collectible minifigures though, so I guess it would kind of make sense for me to pick those up to keep my like line super together. Yes, I do have the Spider-Ham Um, it is over with my SpongeBob. Not my SpongeBob. It is over by my Spider-Man minifigures. So right there, we got Spider-Ham. I have the Daily Bugle Lego set, so I guess he didn't come in. Did he? No, he didn't come in that. I picked him up. Wait, did he? Yeah, Spider-Ham came in the Daily Bugle, I think, right? I'm not crazy. I think so. Otherwise, I didn't pick up the Venom. Not Triceratops, the Venom T-Rex set that came out. So, unless I bought him from Bricklink, I don't think I did. Did Okay, he did come. Yeah, I have the Daily Bugle, so I have all the minifigures from that. And I picked up a Spider-Man 2099 before he blew up in price. So I got lucky there. I might have paid 20 or $30 for him. So I pretty much have every Spider-Man minifigure that came out, like individual character-wise. Maybe there's a couple variant suits of like Peter Parker I don't have. I think maybe I missed out on one of the Spider-Women. I think. Do I have any of them? I have the Spider-Girl that came in the Bridge set. That might be the one I have, but I don't have like the Jessica Drew, the black and white Spider-Woman minifigure, and that's really the only Spider-Man minifigure I don't have. When it comes to other characters, I missed out on the original She-Hulk and the Red Hulk from that set. I don't have any of the Ms. Marvels. Yeah, I don't have that one. I have like the Red Spider-Woman, whichever one came in like the Green Goblin Bridge set. I'm really bummed I missed out on the original Kamala Khan. I know I could pick up like the toddler sets one if I really wanted to, but I prefer not to if I don't have to. I know that figure is weird too, with like the weird stretchy arms, which is too bad. Maybe that'll be one of those characters that comes out again eventually. Alright, so we got our SpongeBob. We'll go to Adventure Time, which are some of my favorite official minifigures, the LEGO Dimensions Adventure Time minifigures. Which I have the buildable figures. I don't know why LEGO decided to do those. I feel like that was a weird choice, and they probably shouldn't have. Still got it though, since I got it on clearance from Target for like 80% off, 90% off, I think. Whatever's on the box for that. So we got out with a steal. And we'll do these two main characters in the front. I don't want Jake in the back because it'll be covered anyway, so that'd be kind of annoying. Anybody play LEGO Dimensions back in the day? Anybody achievement hunt 100% that game? So that was one of the... I've never actually beat it. I bought all of the characters in like 2020 as like something I really wanted to do, is like go through the game and play it and beat it, and I just never did it. Because it's annoying to carry all that stuff around. I could do it anytime I wanted to though. If I really felt like it, I could do it. But I got lucky. I picked up a lot of the LEGO Dimensions stuff when it came out originally, so I didn't have to pay crazy amounts of money for it. Speaking of Gremlins, we'll be getting back to that shortly when I get to those figures. So we have those. They're going in the case right now. It's just basically the LEGO Dimensions case, I guess, at this point. Since those are like some of those minifigures I really like, that I would love to have them in a case so they're not just floating around getting damaged. Nice. What X-Men minifigures did you just pick up? I'm glad, like the Geek Exchange, like running that is super awesome. So I do my best to advertise that every chance I get. I know it helps people out knowing where to try and hunt some stuff down. This was one of the first Geek Exchanges in a while where I didn't buy anything, which was nice. So that's a win for me, I would say, this time around. I'm kind of at the point where I've tracked down a lot of the stuff I want, so there's not a ton of stuff I want to buy all the time anymore. Okay. What do I want to do? So I don't want to take it out of the packaging. I have a ton of not a ton of, I have every SJ Bricks Adventure Time custom minifigure that they've put out so far, and I have not reviewed any of them. So I don't necessarily... Oh, sweet. Those are like the 3 best ones. We have all of the SJ Bricks Adventure Time minifigures that I haven't done a review on yet because I'm lazy and I never get around to doing my SJ Bricks reviews. But one of these days, I'm going to review them and they will go next to these other Adventure Time minifigures, I promise. So I'll leave 4 spots for those and they will fit in perfectly with the collection. After that, we will go to some classic cartoon characters. We'll do the Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones minifigures from their respective sets, since those are also some very cool minifigures that I'm glad to have. I have been very fortunate that I've been collecting when I have. I didn't really have a Dark Age or anything, so I didn't miss out on any like essential Lego sets for me. So a lot of these movie minifigures that I would have been really upset about missing out on, don't have to worry about it. Yeah. It's too bad. That Nightcrawler minifigure by KO is honestly, like, I said those 3 that you said are like the best ones. That Nightcrawler, also one of the best ones. I honestly, all their minifigures together just make them so perfect. It's just too bad that Nightcrawler figure didn't have more made of him, because that is just like one of the perfect custom minifigures. Especially when they bought like they included the Bamf effect for him, like just amazing. Absolutely just stunning. I can't say enough good things about any KO Customs minifigure. Are just the best. And it just helps too. Kyle that makes those, I talk to him every once in a while. He's just a really great guy, and he always answers my questions about his minifigures and just makes my reviews a little bit better when I actually have like insider information on his design process, what he was thinking when he was putting stuff together, all that. So love him. Yeah, it would be awesome if they put more minifigures. I feel like that's the issue with every single Lego set that comes out, is you just don't have enough stuff. And just like for the X-Men too, like every character is just so unique. So obviously you would just want to have every character, and since they are super unique, their powers are really different. It's just really easy to like make fun power builds for them to, just make some fun displays, and just really decorate a set. Something like the X Mansion, like that'd be super fun to just really decorate with all the different, I don't know, like little builds, which is what I did with the Danger Room. I'm really glad I ended up doing that, because, well, what's the fun in just having your figures in a case all the time? You got to go out and have some fun with them. Yeah, I would hope when the next season of X-Men 97 comes out, they'll do more. Yeah, I would. The only thing that sucks is like in the X Mansion, there's like 3 repeat minifigures in there, because it's Cyclops, Storm, and Wolverine again. So that's the only. I guess in Rogue, is Rogue in it? Is it 4 repeats? Like that's the only bummer to me. Which it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. They make the minifigures, and it costs them nothing extra to include them again. Like, I'm fortunate. I collected all the old sets, so it's not like it's a bad thing that they're making characters easier to get for more people. So, like Gambit's in the X Mansion, right? Like I'm excited about that. Like Sabretooth and Mystique still in that one? I know they were in the initial leak from when they did the survey. Rogue is confirmed. Okay. And who knows? Maybe they have more characters and they're just not on the box in like a super easy to see way. I'm just gonna light up the room a little bit better. It's getting dark. New leg print. Yeah. Okay. I thought just Cyclops had the new leg print. But I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna get the set because even if the minifigures aren't amazing, I already have them. It's still cheaper to buy a Lego set of the X Mansion than designing my own and buying the parts. It just saves me so much time to like. I don't want to design a modular. That sounds awful. I do have a design for like a movie theater that I threw together because that's one of the only modulars that I skipped out on was like the Palace Cinema because I just thought that was like way too basic of a set. Yeah, well, let's see, the Bugle. But if you were smart, you didn't buy like the small Spider-Man sets. I think that was kind of what I did. So I got some of those minifigures like the Miles and stuff that were in other sets, but I didn't pick those up. But they had Firestar, J. Jonah Jameson, Blade, Punisher. Yes, yeah, like for me, I didn't pick up the Spider-Ham set. Yeah. I think that hopefully this X Mansion set sells awesome, and then when the second season comes out, they have more sets come out. So at least it seems like they're interested because they made like the Wolverine Claw, they made the new X Jet, and then I guess like the mech set. No, there's not a mech set. Yeah, they get the Wolverine mech set from a couple of years ago. There's X-Men's coming out a bit, but obviously not like all the characters, which is what we would actually want. I would just love to see them put out an X-Men set with no Wolverine. I wonder how much that would affect like the sales of it. Jean Grey, Wolverine, Gambit, Rogue. Oh, I'm actually really excited for Bishop. Yes, this is the final case. Um, and then I'll have to fill in all of my other like cases from before with other random figures. But we're doing animated figures right now from all of my different animated properties. So we're on Hanna-Barbera right now since we just did Flintstones. Gonna throw on Scooby-Doo. You guys remember Lego Scooby-Doo? Yeah, that's. I was just thinking that too. If Iceman is Gene included? Okay, Gene is included. Yeah, Angel's one of those figures. It's like his design is so simple. I'm sure Lego is like, we're good. I feel like that's where I'm at. I just have the purest version of him. I'm not gonna buy a custom of Angel. It'd have to be Archangel. Yeah, I agree. Even in customs, there aren't a lot of like X-Men villains coming out, so that's definitely a hole in my collection. I did just pre-order Ling's Lady Deathstrike as my most recent X-Men villain. Obviously, she's not a Brotherhood member, but yeah, just getting Magneto in every set so uncreative and weird. I know that's just how Lego is with Marvel in general, where they're just putting out random. They're the same characters all the time. I don't know. The camera's not covering up. There we go. All right. Boom! There's all the official Hanna-Barbera minifigures, I think. At least all the ones I have. Yeah, the Saint. I was totally fine with the size of the Sanctum. Obviously, it's a little goofy that the corner doesn't reach the entire base plate, right? But yeah, so I skipped out on the MRM Mystique since I already pre-ordered the baby brick one, which is like a gross pervy version of her, which I don't love. But at the time, that was the only one on the market. I just the MRM is really hit or miss for me on some of those facial designs, and but I think obviously I think it is nice that his are a bit more affordable than some of those other more premium minifigures. Ninja Turtles. We're doing Ninja Turtles next. And the way we are going to do these is we are going to have the official minifigure and the classic Citizen Brick one right next to them. Yeah. Honestly, it's actually I was very involved in the Eurobricks purist like Marvel thread when that was still really popular. So it's crazy the amount of Marvel and DC minifigures you can make with the official torsos and legs. Like I was always super blown away by the stuff people were making in that. Where are the other Ninja Turtles? Can you believe these stupid looking Ninja Turtles are $25 each? I can't. There we go. So we'll just, each one will be each character. That way we can just kind of keep it consistent. Yeah, isn't the Homecoming Spider-Man suit, isn't isn't that a video game suit? Yeah, Lady Death. It's one of those tough things. Like, how would you do Lady Deathstrike if she didn't have fingers, right? You know, at a certain point, if you want a character done the right way, you got to do the custom molds, and you got to make it a little uncanny valley. That's how I feel with like, I don't know. I'm really excited. The X-Men character I'm most excited for my customs is the Jin Punisher that they're putting out. I think that's who it is. Yeah, but having the bulkier upper body is just necessary for a character like that, kind of like the Swamp Thing that I have, and also the Venom figures, where if you just have a minifigure, like it can look good, but it's not going to be like a perfect representation of the character no matter what. So you gotta find that middle ground of where it works, but also maybe doesn't work perfectly. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the best turtle. How are we doing this order? We'll do the best one next. We'll do the Donatello. My favorite Ninja Turtle, the purple one with the stick. Always loved this one. My dad had the original Ninja Turtle toys that I had, so big time fan of that. It might be in the Lego. I guess Spider-Man's probably not in the Lego Avengers game. I could have sworn. I'm gonna Google. This is a Googleable situation. Maybe because part of me agrees. I don't think he's in it, but like also it's very much inspired by like the video game. I feel like it is in Marvel Superheroes 2. So another one where just a video game design. Like I would love to see him. I guess he did that with the DC minifigures that he's never released yet, where he has all the like. Oh, talk about Jin and his weird figures. Yeah, all the weird molds like that. Some of these people are weird and crazy, and I think they need to stop. There's a couple of the female figures by Jen have just been weird. That there must be some sort of weird group of people that'll buy them. Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't keep doing it. Ooh, Slimer is missing. Because I have the piece for Slimer. I don't know where the figure is though. Camera's blocked. Shoot. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting. I'll zoom out a little bit more. My webcam is just huge. I will just make that smaller. But yeah, because I got the MRM, I got their Emma Frost, and I really wanted to like it a lot more than I did. But I really like their Professor X. I think that figure turned out great, and also the Phoenix that they just put out is also really good. So like hit or miss. Like sometimes they make some good stuff, but their facial expressions are just goofy, and I don't like them. So that really ruins their figures for me. Continuing on the classic Ninja Turtles, we got Donatello again. Again, it's a $20 minifigure. Can you believe $25 minifigure? Can you believe it with a simple design? I can't. Yes. There we go. I need to move that. That is not working. There. Sorry guys, I can't see where I'm putting things a little bit. That's why I'm covering the camera so much. I'm doing my best here. There we go. I see the HB group on the right. I did not. Hanna-Barbera. I did the math now. I see what you're saying. Yeah, their Havoc the MRM Havoc was really good. I had already picked up the Phoenix Customs one, so that was kind of my Havoc. But it was kind of nice they did the two different expressions for him. I thought about the Space Ghost. I thought about it. Yeah, no, that 90s Jean Grey by MRM is perfect. Absolutely amazing. It's really just the other, I don't know. Yeah. No, the 90s one is the one you have to knock out of the park because that's just like the definitive version of the character, honestly, since I'm sure most people that didn't read like the Claremont run definitely got into like the Jim Lee art in the 90s since that sold like 1 million copies. And the animated series obviously huge. Yeah, I need to look. I strongly consider getting the Space Ghost, even though I'm not like, hey, D Cole. Yeah, like it looks great. I just can't keep buying stuff. That I was just glad I think I got Velma. Like these freaking Scooby Doo figures, man. The fact that Velma is like 70 or 80 or $90 now, I'm really lucky. I got one for like 50 or 60. So the one I bought, the arms were cracked, and I just switched out the arms, so saved a ton of money. All those Scooby Doo figures are amazing though. Like them with the Flintstones, great. Really love that. And it's goofy to think they included like the Jetsons in Lego Dimensions. I think that would have been really cool to get as well. But yeah, here we go. We got the Ninja Turtles. Let's do. I guess I have Splinter and Shredder to go next to them. Two dark red minifigures. I'm sure the parts on these will never get damaged. I did not love putting Splinter down. I probably should have done a jumper plate instead of just putting him down on the normal plate, but that's fine. We're good. Everything's fine. Man, the Ninja Turtles, great Lego theme too. It's too bad that Mega Bloks got the license and Lego never did like anything outside of that 2012 TV show because getting Rocksteady and Beat Bop would have been cool to get as well. But I can understand. I don't think they were in the show, so why would they make them? Strategizing again. What are we going to do next? We'll go with Gremlins since they're also like mutated characters. Might as well. Get rid of that. Gizmo with the cookie, classic. Then I used to have the Gremlins thrown into my Cantina. Do not buy from Rex. Under no do not buy from Rex mini bricks. Seinfeld? Seinfeld? I need to figure out if I'm going to put... I still have some space in my previous case that I might do your Seinfeld minifigures. I guess also... Lower. I also have this one, just in case. But yeah, do not buy from Rex. Do not do it. You will get scammed. You will lose your money. Is this what we're doing? Weird monster stuff. We got the classics. Jack. We got Jack and Sally. Knowing that the set is coming out, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I do have the CMF version since they're movies and I wanted them. Ooh, please squeeze in without messing things up. Some of these minifigure legs, man, not doing the job. There we go. Finishing the fight, almost there. And again, I did not have as much space as I would wanted to. As I wanted, I should say. That is stupid. Not thinking straight right now. Wizard of Oz, why not? I was out there anytime Lego put out like a fun CMF minifigure for a movie like this. Like all the Lego Batman ones, I was on those. Stupid. All right, how are we gonna fit this in? Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand, and I'm like in an angle. It's very hard to get them fit in. Please go in. Yeah. I had no idea I had this many minifigures. This has been very sobering to realize. I mean, I've been collecting Lego for like basically 25 years. So we got a ton. Lots of it have just been in like plastic bags. So it's kind of nice to spread stuff out and get a little safer. That's why I'm doing this. I just want to make sure I actually know where all my stuff is too. So if I'm like looking for a specific character, I can actually find it instead of digging through everything all the time. And quick squeezing back to the horror section. We have tossing Beetlejuice. I'll put him down there. What do you guys think? E.T. a horror movie? Does E.T. count? Ooh, or should Sally and Jack be down by the other horror characters? I guess even Gremlins could technically fit down there. No, these are actually... Ooh, that's actually perfect. I didn't even think about that. But you need to have Jack and the Gremlins minifigures next to each other, because then it's like the perfect horror monster type Christmas music or movie. Gotta squeeze in a Toto. I'm a big time Lego movie, or like not Lego movie, but like movie fan. So anytime Lego puts out like a licensed set for a movie, I'm picking it up. So that's why I have all these minifigures and like, knock off the jumper there. I still have so many Citizen Brick figures that aren't in my cases, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I'll have to have those in my other cases still. I did not think ahead. Oh, wait. This is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Because we got Mr. T, and we have Knight Rider too. They fit together perfectly. And next to those people with cars, Speed Racer. So that's all I have there for right now. Since we are on animated junk, this is going to be an instant classic. Speed Racer with Thundercats? Why not? Ooh, it's not on the camera. Sorry about that. Last little bit of this row here. So another row done with Ninja Turtles. Obviously that took up a lot of space, but totally worth it. Love those figures. All these other Dimensions characters and more animated stuff. So this case is honestly turning out exactly how I wanted it to. But it is going to be so nice to have my collection centralized in like one spot where I can visually see where stuff is. I was delusional and I thought Star Wars would fit in here too, but that's not going to happen. I was thinking about doing my Fallout minifigures in this case too. I don't think that's going to happen. That'll have to be a separate thing. I am going to be able to fit in a couple of my video games characters though, it seems like. I keep having all these realizing how stupid I am the way I did these. So I should do I want to group the video game characters together, but the Last of Us minifigures should definitely go by the zombies. All right. Revising some of our choices here, we will just slide. No, I can't do that. I'm checkmated. Those have to stay. All right. This one will move down there, though. There. Again, worried about stuff's going to bump with the chainsaw in the book. Responding to a thing. Never mind, I can't type in the chat. I'm just going to type a funny quick. There we go. That is there. Helping out the community. Everything's fun. Pinning that message. There we go. Life is good. Everything's fine. That is in response to placeholder. Again, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy from Rex. Ever. Don't do it. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. We are back to animated stuff. We have Mario. We have the Peanuts. We have He-Man. So that's kind of topping off the custom section of this case. I think one of the more fun, very simple but fun characters I have from Crazy Bricks there with their Skeletor. I think that turned out great. Fits the sort of toy aesthetic. Even Citizen Bricks Classic Prince Adam is just a fun addition to the collection. If you can pick one up, they should be available on Citizen Brick Day next weekend. And we will just put the misprint I also got of Prince Adam there. And then I can do pop off the jumper there and Charlie Brown. So comic book characters, animated show type characters. I guess I hate how complicated this is, because really Lion-O should be up there with him. That's how I really wanted to do that, but I don't have a character to swap him with right now. But eventually that's going to happen for sure. I just have to keep scanning like my collection to make sure that I have everything. I have everything collected in boxes to make sure I don't forget something. But I would hate to fill this case and then have one figure that's like floating. Don't want to do that. All right. We're starting up video games now. What did you get for yourself at Shanna Lily? I got they didn't have Ethan as a name option, so I got the most fun. I think this is the most fun thing I bought. They had this like little brick fair thingy, and you could pick if they had your name. And my name's Ethan. I guess that's not popular anymore or something. They didn't have Ethan, so I picked up Wizard and Lego Fan because those were fun brick names. Other than that, I bought the K-Town Monty Python minifigures, and what else did I pick up that was cool? I feel like, what did I get? Oh, the best thing I got was the Patrick Bateman in purple. Where is that? Over here. Yeah, I got the Patrick Bateman in purple. That was awesome. And the Prince, or like the Purple Rain Enthusiast, whatever it's called, the Prince in gold. Those were the two best Citizen Brick figures I got. I don't know. I definitely got more full figures. I guess I got the two Misfit Danzig minifigures, but yeah. So, Rex stole like $40,000 from people and is not going to ship the products that were bought. So, like, if you bought from them, you're probably never going to get what you bought. Because that's like, if you, the whole Phoenix Customs with their Spider-Man minifigures that they were selling through Rex Mini Bricks, that is like, Rex stole all the money for those minifigures and isn't going to make them. So, like, hopefully, if you bought from PayPal, you should do a chargeback, or like, yeah, you should do a chargeback in anything you brought from Rex. Or if you use credit card, hopefully you can do like a chargeback through your bank. But do not buy from Rex. You're not going to get the product you bought. So if you, whatever you can do to like get your money back now, like make sure you do that before the time period is like too late. So I would say he has not been responsive online for like a year and a half. So you wouldn't be able to get a refund through him. But if you can get a refund through PayPal or through your credit card, like make sure that you do that, because that is not a reputable reseller anymore, unfortunately. And it's really bad that he's still selling products on his website, because he's getting sued by like a brand that's also in Hong Kong with him. Because I think, yeah, he stole like $10,000 from him for figures that he never actually paid the guy for. That's why we're here. If you ever have any questions about resellers or like any company selling a figure, like you can leave a comment on my video. I respond to every comment. I'll make sure that you have the right information and that you're not buying from people that suck. Because that's an awful situation. I'm glad that I was able to help you out and like let you know that Rex sucks, because I lost a couple $100 from him. Like, I know there are people way worse off than me that lost probably thousands of dollars to Rex, and they're never going to get their figures. Like, it sucks. It's awful. Like, and he's just one bad actor in the community. Like, and it was like it's a weird scenario with COVID that happened with him. Like you got to kind of feel bad for him, but like it's not a good situation to be stealing money from people like that, obviously. So I'm not gonna stand up for him. All right, we got Team Rocket from True Red Studio. Put that in focus, please. Interesting figures that I picked up. I don't know. It's fun to get some Pokemon stuff. True Red does the goofiest stuff where he'll make his weird art figures and then put out Pokemon. Like, who does that? More video games. We got Mario by SJ Bricks, which are kind of figures, but I like the boxes for the Mario Kart sets that they did, so that gives them some points. Overalls based on the official Lego overalls, obviously. More SJ Bricks. Oh, so he had a factory that he worked with that closed during COVID, and they took all his money, and then he never, he never found another factory, I think, something like that. But everything went downhill with COVID, where his business completely fell apart and lost the trust of everybody that collects and bought from him. What is going on here? So we have this SJ Bricks Minifigs printed Kratos. We'll put that. I also have the SJ Bricks Minifigs printed Witcher figures that'll go with this one. That's not working. We'll put it in the back, I guess. I don't want to. I do like that figure. So we're going big brain right now. Well, okay. So the two Witcher figures will go in front of him. We'll put that there. Then we'll do the Citizen Brick and the Jaka Brick Last of Us minifigures. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have like all the details on the rec stuff. Like I'm just somebody that buys, but I just know like a lot of people got their last money from buying stuff from him, and it's unfortunate. Like I had like Spider-Man minifigures and X-Men minifigures that I bought from him that I lost money on. There's a lot of people like that too. Okay, I'm thinking Citizen Brick's gonna go in the front. We'll do Joel. So there's Jaka Joel right there, and we'll do Ellie next to him. We'll take that off. I am excited for the season 2 of Last of Us, the show. I think the first season was very good. And Citizen Brick did a very good job on their figures, too. I'm sure, a very hot take. And try to find that sweet spot where to do his legs go. There we go. And we're almost done. I'm going to have to buy a 4th case eventually. That's awful. Didn't want to do that, but there she blows. We're getting to the tough part of that. So I have my Fallout minifigures. Don't know if I want to have them in a case or if I want to build something separate to store them in. I'm running out of room. One of the best official Lego figures of all time. We have what's her face from Horizon Zero, not Zero Dawn. Is it whatever that game is? Alloy, yeah. And still have to paint this. Kind of just putting it in as a placeholder. We have our Doomslayer. Gonna love to paint that up someday. to do. So I just know everyone's making Fallout figures, so I should just wait. Because I'm going to have too many eventually. Well, that is doing last minute scan. Just double check. Just got to double check. I think that is it for video game characters right now. If I'm not going to put the Fallout ones in, which maybe I'll do the Fallout. The Fallout TV shows they're going to go in because I have the Ghoul, I have Maximus. I haven't reviewed them yet though, so I'm going to wait to put them in. But for right now, Lucy, good enough. It'd be Lucy, Lucy the Ghoul, Maximus-ish. He might be one of those characters that needs his own spot. And why not? We'll toss in the NCR figures by Brigmania. Anyone else have anything that they're collecting? Any other custom questions that they might have for me? So if you need any help with custom stuff, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help out. Boom. NCR Soldier. We got the Ranger. I also have a second version of the Ranger coming out next year. Not next year. Probably next month. Pre-ordered that one as well, just because my friend Amanda designs the minifigures. So got to support her when she's doing my favorite video game franchise. Probably one of the best Brickmania minifigures of all time is somebody that only owns like 2 or... I'm not even showing it on camera. I'm sorry, guys. I'm dumb. I put down the Last of Us minifigures off camera. So we got the Joels, the Ellies, Alloy, Doomslayer, and then my Fallout minifigures. So I decided I'm going to do the TV show the TV show figures and the two Brickmania characters I have there. That's all I have room for Fallout, so might have to move those around a little bit down the line. And we're on the last row. So I think for this one, I just have to start dumping Comic-Con minifigures by Citizen Brick and just call it a day. We'll do them. I want to do them in chronological order, but some of them just fit together a little bit better if I don't do that. So I'm going to do the Comic-Con like convention goer figures together, and then the rest of them chronological. And then we're almost done. So thank you for joining on this amazing journey. So that Lion-O is by Phoenix Customs, actually. They made that in collaboration with K-Lore Project, I'm pretty sure. And he might actually have them for sale on his website still. That's one of their first... Not first. It's one of their first collab figures, though, I think. Since it has, like, the custom mold. Oh, I'm going to move this closer. The first Citizen Brick San Diego Comic-Con exclusive minifigure. The weird Captain America Spider-Man guy. And behind them, we will put the Batman version. Two interesting figures. That is what I will say about those. So, if I have to use one for a mock, I would just take it out, display it, and then put it back eventually. So the way that I have these set up, for the most part, they're always going to have the spot where I want the spot. Really, realistically, figures that I would want to use for a mock would be like the Fantastic Four, and like I would just take the whole team out for a bit, put it back in after I go to the conventions. But really, this is really going to help me out. Like if I'm doing a review, and I know I need like whatever movie characters, if Citizen Brick makes more Breaking Bad figures, something like that, then I'd pick them out. I would know exactly where they are. They're all right next to each other right now. if it'll focus. So this is really just like a tracking thing for me. Yeah, if it's like a mock, realistically, I'd make the video on the mock, have the figures on the mock, and then between doing a video on like the build process and instructions or whatever in like a convention, I'd probably just put the figures back in for a bit, put them in, and then when I go on the road, take them back out. This is just my way of like cataloging what I have and just making sure I don't lose stuff, because I've done it. I've lost a figure before for a bit. I know I've mentioned that in some of my reviews where if there's like a comparison, I'm like, well, if I had that figure that I know I have and could find it, then I would throw it in the review. So this would just make life easier for me. Oh. Okay, so to make life easier, we have misprinted minifigures. So we have two different Times Square Elmos. Since we have the red one, we also have a green one. Red one is the standard. Oh, that Captain America shield is... that sucks. I'm annoyed. Again, these figures have accessories that are bulky. It's so annoying. And everything is falling apart. That is the best. These Times Square Elmo minifigures are very fun. It's just a great use of the Citizen Brick big head. I think that was a great design choice. Pizza Rat and Louis Vuitton. All right. I'm getting my brain fart era right now. I'm starting to forget. Get a little loopy. Okay. We're on the last row. We got like 10 more minifigures left. Is that right? No, we got like 20 more minifigures left. Never mind. Pizza Rat. Love the pizza print. Very bulky, very annoying to display. Oops, sorry, camera. I think I left the Louis Vuitton one up here. More great figures by Citizen Brick are all the... I love the notepad minifigures they just put out. All of those are so fun. Has anybody here heard of field hockey before? I'm working my first field hockey game tomorrow, which should be interesting to see how that game works. Now we're going to get some doozies. Since we have all of the licensed minifigures out, I can start making some choices on other stuff. I do not know where my Visible Man is right now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Field hockey is like ice hockey, but on a field. That's all I know. Getting to one of my favorite classic Citizen Brick minifigures. Oh, camera's going to be covering that again. My bad, my bad. These party enthusiasts are just very cool designs. Big fan of those. Minifig of the year. Geez. I would love to see Citizen Brick could put something out crazy for Citizen Brick Day at this point that could really sway my opinion. I was looking it up recently. I was like, what does it come out this year? Because my collection just has expanded a ton. It gets tricky because like some of the figures I really love, like Spider Punk by Jaka, are very cool, but the accessories, like the fact that I damaged the guitar by accident was really annoying, and like that really throws me off. I think the Star Lord by Jaka is really good. That could be up there for sure. I think the accessories in that are amazing. I'm just like looking along with the figures I have. The Monty Python minifigures by K-Town are definitely going to be, one of those is going to be top 5, probably King Arthur. But even the Black Knight is really good. I don't know. Citizen Bricks kind of had like I don't feel like any of their figures have really jumped out at me at the moment for like this year. So I get in the gray area of like what counts as like, if it's a figure I bought this year, it doesn't necessarily. I don't feel like it should count as like top figure of the year sort of thing. That makes it a little complicated because like I buy back catalog minifigures all the time that I obviously didn't collect the year they came out, so maybe they should still be included as like a figure I love for the year. I don't know, but Citizen Brick is probably going to be really easy to do a top 10. I'll probably do the survey for that again to kind of get the public thoughts too. But those convention notepad figures really cool, and a lot of the Brick World and like Brick Fair minifigures they made are also exceptional. Are also exceptional. Like the Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson, the Michael Jordan, both those zombie minifigures are pretty special. But, right, I'm trying to think of there's got to be X-Men characters that I love. The KO Customs, the Mr. Sinister was pretty cool. I don't know. That'll be up there. If I do the top 20 again, that'll make it for sure. And we'll see if he gets either of his other 2 figures out by the end of the year, because I'm going to love those ones too. Yeah, it'll be a thinker. I really should start prepping that, since that's like I need to work on that in like 3 months. That's not that far away. All right, last couple of Citizen Brick minifigures. Trying to decide which ones I want to put up. Oh, I forgot a video game character. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez. Forgot Rip Fandango in the video game section. I don't even know if he's got like the tall head. I don't know if this dude will fit in the top row. So I don't know if I want to squeeze him in there. We'll just put him. I'll put him in the Halloween section. I'm unhinged like that. I'll figure that out later. I'm probably gonna have to move stuff around, and he's gonna be covering stuff. Whatever. They're official minifigures. It's not that big of a deal. How about you, Ryan? You got any top 10 minifigures of top minifigures of the year at the moment? He's got his spot now. Everything's fine. Can you guys imagine? Well, imagine like Lego Monsters Inc. and how weird that would be. I think I'm going to do the kind of... I'll do the food service ones. And I'll probably wrap up this case, unfortunately. I just hate how many great minifigures I have. There are just too many. Top 10 overall. Oh, camera, gotta move the camera. Top 10 overall minifigures in my collection for sure. Neapolitan, definitely up there. Love that figure. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to grab this Ferris Bueller minifigures. You picked up Neapolitan at the headquarters too, right? It seems like you've got some good ones in your collection now. Who did I? Okay. I take figures out of the cases and then I don't put them back, and I forget who went with what eventually, like originally. Another minifigure I haven't reviewed yet, but I'll toss Sergeant S'more with Neapolitan. I feel like that was a fit. Otherwise, I think I used to have the gingerbread guy, or the fruitcake guy with him. This accessory is too big to put in the case with him. Yeah, I am eagerly waiting for them to do the next wave of Monty Python stuff and buy them immediately, since I just watched the movie again since I did the review, and people were talking about it on Instagram and posting pictures. I was like, I gotta watch the movie again. It's amazing. Just a great movie. That's the type of just family fun we're missing in our Lego collections. Yeah. All right. Did you pick up the flesh-colored Botany Enthusiast at Brickworld? I saw that they have a bunch of the misprints that are going to come out. One of my favorite figures is the hot dog dude with the placard sign. Big fan of that. And I always put the in and out guy behind him if it'll fit. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. I think the bear minifigure, it not a lot of printing, but I think that execution wise that turned out pretty good. It goes perfect with the Portillo's dude as well. There's two different guys there. And we're almost out of space. But man, what a journey. I think the filling in your custom minifigure cases was the friends we made along the way more than anything. Glad I could share this experience with all of you guys live on camera. We have 3 more slots. Neapolitan must have been with this donut dude. Okay. Just the original. We're about to make some weird controversial choices right now with our last couple spaces. I think I'm going to do their weird classic knight minifigures in here for no reason. Do one of these, put the cowboy cheerleader next to her, I guess. I don't know. Then the lion knight, and we will put the black falcon in front of him. And there we go. Like I said, for the missing spaces in this case, we have the 4 right there. For the last couple of SJ Bricks Adventure Time minifigures that I bought. And the rest of them are just future proofing for the Halloween drop for Citizen Brick this year. And just more horror movie type figures. So, thank you all for joining me in this again. Like I said, it's great to organize your stuff and know where things are. That's why we did this. And these cases are a decent value since one case is less expensive than a figure in the most case. So works out for me to be able to do this. Shoot. I really should have tested. I have all my sports minifigures I didn't talk. There's a ton of characters I didn't throw in. So it's unfortunate to run out of space, and just knowing I have so many more things that I have on pre-order for the superheroes one, it's going to be a never-ending process shifting these around, but I'll probably do that in my own time from now on. But we have our last case here. Another quick show off just to kind of go through things. We got the horror and monster minifigures in the front row there, mixed with some of the True Red random monster stuff. Threw in Beetlejuice. We should probably shift him over more by the movie stuff. And then we got our zombies and more Halloween stuff as well on this row. Fixing the focus. So we had, starting with the Evil Dead. Getting that over a little bit more. Oh, that's not even on camera. So we have the Evil Dead, Rip Fandango, and a bunch of our Citizen Brick zombie stuff. Bunch of just assorted minifigures, some misprints. For me, though, like I said, I love this case since it's going to have all of my nostalgia minifigures, the animated stuff, the SJ Bricks. SpongeBob minifigures are some of the best that I have, and fitting them with the official Adventure Time, and also SpongeBob minifigures are great. Loving the Hanna-Barbera section with the Scooby-Doo and also Flintstones minifigures. And I love that I'm able to have those all in a case together, along with like Speed Racer, Thundercat, all these other 80s franchises that I personally did not partake in, but I'm familiar with. I'm glad LEGO is throwing out those more nostalgic, sort of fun themes. Ninja Turtles, it's great to be able to put them finally with their official counterparts as well. And just again, more very fun Citizen Brick minifigures. This is just going to be a resource for me where I'm going to be able to find things a lot easier. It's going to make my video process hopefully a lot smoother. And keep my stuff scratch free and dust free. So very thankful for that. But yeah, anybody have any last second questions about custom minifigures, the cases, anything that you feel like I missed putting in here that you want me to figure out where they're going to go? We got our second case that we already kind of looked at earlier with the DC stuff at the top, mixed with all the different movies and TV shows. Another great case. A lot of my best minifigures or favorite minifigures in my collection are going to be in that one too. And way down there, and we've looked at that a couple of different times in all of these, all the different superheroes minifigures. I did not realize I had so many Spider-Man minifigures, but obviously I do. And I'm excited to keep collecting things on the horizon for me that I really want. I'm going to hopefully get any Jaka Brick, Deadpool, and Wolverine minifigures that come out. And if I know people are putting out Gambit from that movie too, going to pick that one up. But looks like everybody's good, no questions or anything. So thank you for stopping by. like always, I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so just keep an eye out on the channel for any custom minifigures. I know we talked about some videos that I haven't posted yet, but if you see a figure on these cases and I haven't gotten a video out for it yet, just wait. It's already done. Just actually have to find the time to put it on the schedule. Yeah, thank you to everybody that stopped by each stream. It was fun being able to talk for a bit about everything, and it's great doing videos for you guys. But I think that is all for me. Talk to you guys later.